Dude knocks upon your door.
I'm going to do a bit of a mixed bag of things today. It's back care, is what we're doing. We're going to do. Pardon? No, it's a bit of everything we're going to do today. Okay, so.
Heather, you know all these exercises we do, especially for the shoulders when we stretch them back and that, is there ever going to be a time when our shoulders will no, because I'm going to do that exercise. Or
no, it is like a lifelong thing in terms of keeping things moving, sort of, yeah.
Okay. So I thought, right, I've got my shoulders better now. I can work on something else.
No, there will be a point where they will sit better. It might not need to be as much as, but it depends because everybody has their own little places, individuality, where they think, oh, well, you'll generally need more attention of that. Yeah. You know, so it might be for you like shoulders, like more than something else, or it might be hips or something. So it depends, yeah. So you'll have your area to focus on, yeah. So, okay. So feet. And then let's just start with some hip circles. That feeling? Change direction. Change direction again. So, because I've said change direction twice, you should be back to the way you were doing it the first time round, which should be the way that you feel most comfortable with. Yeah, which means that we'll roll shoulders as well, so we can coordinate it. Yes. I'm going to do a Baloo the bear. So, let me just so, and then once we've got shoulders and hips going, we're going to look around the room so you can kind of feel it squeeze into the back of your neck. And it doesn't really matter too much about the coordination of all of it. What you're just getting is this wriggling of the whole spine from the tailbone all the way up. So don't worry about coordinating whether it's in circles or not. Just sense that everything's just wriggling, moving your head around in all directions. And then slow it down a little bit so it starts to feel like you're getting into some clothing that's too small. It's like squeeze into. No, I know, I have done. Before now, I've shouted James. I'm like, James, get the zip. Can't get out of it.
It's like the bustier thing. In the middle of the shop, so it just occurred in the middle of the shop. And I got this bustier thing like that, so thing. I've got a bustier thing like this far, and complete the stuff. This is for better to remember. No. In the middle of the shop. Look it up.
And then let's give it a bit of the Baloo the bear, itch your back down the tree. Give it a good scratch down the tree. Get that itch between the shoulder blades in the low back. Get to that itch. Deep breaths in and out. And then bring yourselves up. So your eyes look at one point. Keep your eyes on point and let's move your head in all directions. Let's work a little bit more on the neck. And the range that you've got in your vision in your eyes is also really important for your neck and that range. If you lose that in your eyes, often it tells up in your neck. So find the outside edge and see if there's places where your eyes flick. So it's like imagine with your eyes, it's like you're colouring in, you're trying to get into all the Does that make sense? To all the bits. Trying to cover everywhere. Yeah, I know if you've got glasses or varifocals on, it can be quite tricky.
It took me about a year to realise I could throw the ball out of the ceiling without these on. Just before me being rubbish.
Keep sighing your breath out. Yeah. I mean, I've got different contact lenses in, so I can definitely notice. And then bring that straight back forwards. Put your finger on your nose. And then keep your finger still in space. Draw your nose back from your finger. And then just hold that as you keep breathing in and out. Relaxing your thighs, your knees, your buttocks. And then putting your nose back on that. Ooh, sensing where that is. And then we'll make a pillow, forehead on, and we'll push your head into your hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then link your fingers, elbows point forwards, relax your shoulders. Slightly look down your nose. Make sure the hands are high enough up the back of the head and not your neck. Tuck your chin in and push your head back and slightly up, because you're trying to nod it slightly down and exaggerate that length at the back of the head. And then go back to your forehead, and again, so hands on and push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, link the fingers, make sure they're behind the back of the head and not too low down. Tuck the chin in, push back, and it's like you're drawing backhand up at the back. So lengthen the back of the neck. 2, 1, and again onto your forehead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one on the back. That's it. 5, strong as you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. And let that relax. Bring your arms out in front of you. Reaching forwards with your arms, letting that settle in neutral. Sliding, squeezing the shoulder blades back, forwards and back. So all of this movement with the shoulder blades is without the head doing that movement. Let's just get some movement around there. That's it, keep going forwards and back. Both arms. And then reach, last one, hold and stay reaching forwards. Draw the head back, reach forwards. Drop the chin a little bit, keep reaching forwards. And then let that relax. Lovely. Roll your shoulders round. Keep your knees bent, and let's do a happy puppy tail as you breathe in. Breathe out and tuck under, sad puppy tail. So breathe in, relax your pelvic floor. Tuck under, engage, back passage, front passage as you go under. Breathe in. Lovely. And then straighten both knees. Keep both knees straight, lifting one heel up and putting it down, and the other heel. So try to do that without rocking your upper body. Keep both knees straight, without rocking your hips from side to side, and without going up and down with your head. So you're in your picture frame behind, serving behind your counter. So we want to feel that the sides of your waist are shortening. And then last one, let's rotate. And then let's put your hands on your shoulders and then walk your pelvis. Get that rotation going in. And then hands by your side. Let's side lean. And then up the other way. Lovely. And come up and then find a roller and let's put a roller up. Grab your roller and put your roller up against the wall. Lengthways. Yep. Do you want to do on that one or the space on this wall here? Yep. So make sure it's high enough for your head. First of all, feet are away, knees a little bit bent. Okay. Let's just go with the head position. So retract the head. See if you can get the back of the head to touch the roller, if or not. See how far you can go with that. Just bend your knees a little bit more there, Helen. That's it. Yeah, and hold. So as you're all there, I just don't want you to just drop your chin a little bit. So it feels like you're gathering length at the back. So keep dropping your chin, keep pushing it back, keep dropping your chin. Can you feel that? Yeah, as you keep trying to drop the chin, push back, push back, push back. Hold that. Keep breathing. And then ease that off. So then let's press into the low back. Push down, breathe in as it arches. Breathe out as you press the low back in. Breathe in. So as you're doing that, as you're tucking under, check you're using back passage, front passage and not clenching your buttocks too much. Strong balloon breaths. And then check as you're doing that, keep your head in neutral so the back of your head is hopefully about an inch away from the roller. You don't want the head touching the roller. It's about an inch away. Let's just bring you up. That's it. Drop your chin a little bit. There we go. You all right there, Brenda? Does that feel okay? Bend your knees a tiny bit more and let's just see if you can get that just that bit more. Yeah, there. Does that feel okay? Yeah. Just got to get some blocks. Yep. Okay, so keep the low back touching the roller. Okay. Keep it touching the roller. Keep touching, keep touching, keep touching. Okay. So you got it pushing. Then lift both heels and then pull the back of the pelvis off the roller. And then as you put the pelvis back down, I want you to sequence like a reverse curl. Get the low back to touch before the pelvis and then you can put your heels down. And then we go again. So you lift your heels, tuck the tail under, roll the pelvis and the low back off the roller, and then going back down and sequence it and press each vertebra in the low back, in the roller, and then the heels down and again. And then eventually, once you've done that a few times, recheck in with your head positions. So it should be about an inch or as near as you can get that off the roller. So keep your knees bent a little bit. That'll give you more range. Okay. So make this your last one. Put that down. Okay, so your heels are down. Okay. What we're going to do is bring your chin to your chest. Okay, and feel where the spine is touching the roller, and I want you to just roll down just 2 or 3 inches and then pause. Okay, so it doesn't matter if the low back is a little bit off the roller, that's okay. But I now want you to keep tucking your chin in and then push that top of the vertebra back in, and then pause, and then again go back up a little bit more. And imagine you're looking down your nose and you're keeping your chin tucked in as you're trying to, and you won't get your neck to touch the roller, but that's what you're aiming for. Yeah, to feel like it won't touch the roller, but it feels like you're trying to get one more vertebra up on the roller, up above. So we're just trying to get one more than where it normally would be on the roller. Does that make sense? Yeah. A little bit, but you don't need to drive it. You don't need to drive it too much. So we're trying to get one more vertebra to push in with your chin tucked in, and then once you're done, relax, and then we can do it again. So you set yourself up, and we then tuck your chin in, and you go down. I know it's really.
Can you go through it again?
Yeah. So your low back is at neutral, which is used, or a little bit close. That's fine. That's perfect. So and then you bring your chin to your chest, and then just roll forward. Roll down. And then pause, and then feel where the roller's touching, and then push that back in, and then pause, and then go back up again. Pause and keep the chin tucked in. Look down your nose, and then you'll feel there's a sticky point which starts to get difficult. Keep tucking the chin in. And just trying to get maybe like half an inch further up on the roller than where you would do normally. Yep, and then you just bring your head up as normal. Once you've got up, that's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. It's like, can you feel it? We're just trying to get one more vertebra in. And then once you feel like you've got as far as you can go with the spine, then just sort of let your eyes eventually just keep pushing the head back so you can bring as if you would be up. That's it. Your head's up and you keep looking down your nose. There we go. And just like you did when you drew your finger away from your nose, just try to retract your head for that last bit. Yep. And again, so just keep giving it a go so I can watch that. So chin comes in. Drop the head down, we're going to go down with it. Do the roll down. So wherever you, and then pause. Wherever you are, make sure you're always breathing, and then curl that back up. And then find pause there, don't move the head yet until we've got another one of these up into the roller. Yeah, keep pushing, push. That's it. Oh, I know. And curl back up. Curl. Keep going. Pause, stop there. So keep tucking the chin in, and now try to get this on the roller. Push this. This one. That's it. Yeah, you've got it there. Can you feel it? Perfect. Well done. Oh. Yep.
Pushing on, that's coming away.
It doesn't matter. Don't worry too much. I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it will eventually. Yeah, a little bit, but I don't want too big a gap. So reduce it a little bit there. Yeah, that's it. But that looks a good position. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let's stay up. Don't just stay up now with your head up. Okay. We've got your. I want to see if you can get your back of your hands to touch the wall. Yep, just stay there for a minute. That's it. And then release the hands. And then again, drop the chin down. Press the low back into the roller. Let's roll down all the way down. I want you to stop when you get your hands to your knees. And then stop when you've got your hands to your knees. And then can you drive a sad puppy tail and get the back of the pelvis to touch the roller? And then can you slowly sequence that up? So rolling back up again now. So pause there, more sad puppy tail, and then get the low back in. And can you do it slow enough so you're trying to feel one vertebra at a time go into that. Tuck under, lots of sad puppy tail. And then finish as you're coming up with the head thing that we've just been doing. Remember to finish with as you get into that upper back, remember to finish with the head as you're drawing that up. Draw the chin in into your upper back. That's it. Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah. Oh, lovely. And then let's get hold of the rollers and come away from the wall. Oh. How's that feeling? Yeah. Let's do a little bit of Baloo the Bear. Let's wriggle into that.
Still using the water or not?
Yes, we will be. Is that what you mean in a minute? Yeah, not now for the Baloo the Bear, but yes, we'll be. Okay, so we're going to need your wall to balance on with a block. And what we're doing is putting one foot on the block and the other foot so that the big toes are aligned. And if you want to use the wall for balance, it's here. Yep. So your big toes are on the starting line. So you've got one. Yep. So the toes are aligned. Okay. And then keeping the knees straight, we're pushing that heel down to the floor and up. Yep. So start off with the heel as high as you can. Big toes are aligned, so keep those toes on the ground, and those toes are aligned with those ones. This heel is as high as you can. Start. Yep. Now straight. Once your heel's high, your pelvis is straight. Yeah. Keep both knees straight. Yeah. Can you get this heel to the ground without pushing the hip on the block out to the side? Keep both knees straight. Yeah, keep the knees straight. Yep, down and up. Lovely. Okay. So, the leg that's on the floor, lift it up and bend the knee. Okay, use your wall for balance. This time, we're just going to play at dropping and lifting that hip up and down. Yeah, up and down. But what's important is you don't push the standing leg hip out to the side. So, what it should look like is this leg that's floating, when you lift this hip up, the straight leg, I want you to push the hip into the centre line. Does that make sense? When the bent leg, it's this one, when the bent leg lifts, push your standing leg hip into the centre line. Does that make sense for everybody? So when the bent leg lifts, you push the standing leg hip in. Yes, and that hip, you're pushing this hip up and this standing leg hip in. Yeah. Yep. Okay. No, try, yeah, same, all the time. All the time. And then let the leg that's floating, let's just give it a swing. Swing. And then let's come off the block and let's do the other side. Oh. Okay. So big toes on the starting line, both knees are straight, one heel is up off the floor, and then we're trying to get that heel down and up without pushing the leg on the block hip out to the side. Just bring those toes a little bit and put your feet a bit wider. Just make your feet, actually, that's it. That's it. So you've seen how low you can get the heel on this one. How low will the heel go? Different. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So this is, and then once we've done one more of those, how low that heel goes. Then you bend the knee of that standing leg, and we're lifting that hip up as high as you can, and then dropping it. But focus on the leg that's weight bearing, that you don't push the hip out to the side. Keep your hip centre and over your foot as you drop that hip down and up. Keep going. Yes. Just a couple more. And then swing that leg loose. And then come off your blocks. Oh. Give that a little bit of a Baloo the Bear. Okay. Okay, so some of you will have done this in kettlebells. What we've just been working on, though, is this, this side movement, the hip hitch stabilisation. So we're going to do the same with the kettlebell. So watch, you're going to put the kettlebell by the side of your body. Okay, and then we're going to squeeze the thighs and the buttocks. You bend your knees and you come up, and as long as you keep the kettlebell away from the leg, and what we're doing is challenging that X across from what we've just been doing. Yeah, this is that stabilisation. Okay, so you come down, you ready? Pick it up, make a fist with your other hand, tuck your tail under, squeeze your buttocks and your thighs. Do you want a lighter one there, Cherry? Try that one. Yep, and hold that strong. Keep breathing, tucking under your tail, squeeze your thighs. And that should now make more sense. That what we're doing is working on that stabilisation of your back in that move. Yep.
Like carrying, feeling like you'll be carrying something but leaning over one way or the other.
Yeah, keeping it, yeah. Which is actually what the walk does as well, which we're going to do. Yeah, it's the same thing, we're stabilising that side. But most people favour, if you're carrying a heavy bag or you're shopping, you'll have a favourite side that you're carrying on your stuff, yeah? Okay, and then put the kettlebell down, and then, lovely, do a bit of a Baloo the Bear. Breathe. And then I do this, rather than moving the kettlebell, you could just stand to the side of your kettlebell and you could just do it on the side. Okay? So bend your knees, pick up your kettlebell, thighs tuck under the tail, keep the kettlebell off the leg, keep breathing and feel like you're stabilising the opposite side, and you'll have a side. Can you tell by doing this which is your favourite side? I would be surprised if most people, the favourite side would have been the other side, because you always go for the one you think, oh yeah, do that side.
Without even thinking about it.
Yeah. So. How's that feeling, Cherry? Yeah. Right, yeah, it's highlighting that, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend your knees and put that down. Well done. So give yourself a bit of a Baloo the Bear. 1, 2. Hang on a minute. I'm not good at numbers. Okay, so you're pairing up. You're going into partners. So Helen, if you go with Christine. Okay, so I'll give you that one. Okay, so in fact, though, can I borrow Helen, you for a minute? What we're going to do, I'm going to demo with you, Helen. So if you come and stand next to my side here. So you're in that same position you were before. So if you hold the band, but what I want you to do is wrap it round this inside hand.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So wrap it round one.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you've wrapped it round on the inside, you'll then be able to link fingers, okay, and you'll be able to walk away from each other a little bit. You've got this band, some of you in kettlebells, yeah, wrap it round. Okay, so you need to communicate with your partner, and this is challenging, the same as what we've just done. You're pushing that arm out there. Yep. Yeah. So you communicate with your partner, okay? When you're ready to finish, you come back in and you can turn towards each other. And you can step in, okay? So ideally, when you do it with your partner, see if you can do it and count to 20. Yep. And then we switch and do the
So
side.
when you come back in at the end...
Well, you could either step in or you could turn inwards. Just to finish,
okay.
just to make sure that you just not
Not
with your partner going, and
Okay,
like,
yeah.
release, so you release it. Yeah. Yeah. Step out and then you push that out. It's just like those of you do kettlebells. That's what we're on this one, yeah. So link your fingers, Christine. Link your fingers. Okay, bring your hands here, and then legs wider. Get your base strong, and then push towards me. And then you're going to count to 20 between you, or if you want to finish before that, and then you're not sure about that today. So do you want me to do that with Kizzy? Okay. Right, okay, well, so you've got it wrapped around there. Yep. Take a step out. And then push forwards. Oh, go on, you can. You can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And bend your elbows in or let release, that's it. So then we switch and do the side. Did you want to do the other side? Just go a bit easier so you're not.
Sometimes it's understanding instructions. Oh, right, it's the wrong hand, that's why it doesn't work. It's like, that's pretty good.
Is that enough? Yeah. Yeah, no, that's okay. We can, yeah. Well done. Just drop your bands down when you've done your. Does that feel okay? Yep. Okay. So drop your bands on the floor when you've done that. I'm going to let some air in here. I'm going to open one of these. Do you below the bears? How are we doing? Okay. Below the bears, let's loosen that off a little bit. Okay. This is one of those sets, always in these sessions I end up with all the equipment out. Oops, sorry, stop. Grab a ball. Oh, I took loads of these down last time. How many more of these do I need? There we go. So put the blow up ball between your, let's come down to your hands and knees. Sorry. Okay.
Is it neutral spine?
Yes, it will be, yeah. Okay. So spread your fingers, creases to the elbows, look at each other. I just want you to rock. You can look around if you want. Just see, what I'm doing is rocking my hips from side to side. Okay? And then make that rock smaller. And then in a minute, you don't want that rock from side to side. Okay, so squeeze the ball. And as you lift one knee as high off the floor as you can, the standing leg, you're pushing back into the centre line and bring that knee down. So as you lift your other knee, the standing leg, you're pushing back into the centre line. It's very much like what we did on the block. Does that make sense? Yeah. So as you lift one knee as up, you're pushing your leg back into the centre line. So there's a lot to think about, but just rechecking with your head positions. So imagine you're lining the back of the heads up with the, like you did on the roller. So it's into more lead into that centre line, lean off my leg. That's it. You lean a little bit more this way than on that side. You like this one? Yep. I know. This is one of those ones I'd say practice. It's yeah, brilliant. Lean, push back into that centre line. So when you lift this leg this time, don't touch my leg, keep off me, lean away from me, lean, push it, that's it, more, that's it, keep pushing away from me. Yeah. Well done. That's it, and down, and other side. Well done. Can you feel that, having to push back into that centre line? Lovely. So let's walk back off those. You've got the ball here. Let's just up here. Okay. So breathe in. As you breathe out, try to squash the ball with your inner thighs. Breathe in as you relax. Breathe out, squash the ball with your inner thighs. Breathe in as you relax. And again. One more. Squeeze the ball with your inner thighs and keep the squeeze on. Okay, keep the squeeze on. Put the palms of your hands together like this, elbows out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, try to squash the palms of your hands together and sense that this is engaged across the top here. So you're squeezing your inner thighs and keep breathing. Can you feel that? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and even that off. Well done. Yes? Okay, so take the ball out. That sensation you've got, we're going to come down here onto your onto your elbows. First finger pointing forwards. Okay. So breathe in. Strong balloon breath out. And lift up your pelvis off the ground, so into your half plank. And I want you to sense that you've got some inner thighs, almost like as if you've got the ball there. And then feel like you're slightly pulling your elbows in towards, can you feel if you drag your elbows in towards each other, you've got those upper abdominals going? Yep. Keep breathing. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Rest your head down on your hands and rock your pelvis from side to side. Just loosen your low back. And let's do one more of those onto your elbows. Oh, it is just.
That one.
Okay. Slow and deep nose breath into the ribs in your back. Strong balloon breath out. Feel those abdominals engaged as you breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Lift your pelvis. Lovely. So you've got your tail tucked under a little bit, which not clenching your buttocks, but you will have your pelvic floor on. Feel like you're squeezing your elbows together. Lovely. Lovely. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push yourselves back. Push yourselves back and rest your head on your hands. Does that feel all right there, Cherry? Okay, so bring yourselves up. We're going to do a blow-up ball between your inner thighs. So center your neutral spine, your head position, creases of the elbow in. It's just the same as we did the last time, whereas you're lifting one knee off the floor, putting the knee down as you breathe in. Lift the other knee off the floor as you breathe out. Put the knee down as you breathe in, and you're leaning back into the center line. It's identical to what you did a minute ago. So checking that your head positions, length of your spine, push the crown of your head forwards. And then when you're ready, you're lifting the opposite hand a centimetre off the floor. Breathe in as it goes down. Breathe out and you're lifting the other hand. That's it. Steady that. Just one more on each side. Lovely. And we're going to come back. Lovely. Take the ball out. Lovely. Tuck your toes under. Walk yourself back and just dangle down. So your knees are bent, arms are dangling down, but lift one heel, up, up, and then put it down, and then lift the other heel, and put that down. And then I want you to slowly, not too slowly, but just bring your hands to your level with your knees. So you're just there, and then pause, and dangle again. And then this bit we are going to do really slowly. So you tuck under your tail, and imagine the back of your pelvis going on your roller, and then you keep going up really slowly, but with the same awareness as if your back was going into the roller. And then particularly notice as you get to the top bit as well, your neck alignment. You're looking down your nose and you're growing tall up through the back of the neck as well as you finish up with that last bit. And then eventually you're just sensing the crown of your head up and you're tall. Lovely. How's that feeling? Yes? Below the bear it. Look around. Deep breaths in. Get into the itchy bit. Squeeze it. Give it like a good massage. Lovely. And then let's find your rollers. And then we're going to lie down on your rollers. That's it. Yeah, a little. You got it. That's it. There you go. So your knees are bent. Okay. And let's begin by pressing the low back into the roller and arching it away. Press it in. Breathing out as you press down. Breathe in as you release. And keep both feet feather light. Both feet are feather light. Remember to do a strong exhale as you press you back into the roller. All the air out, all the air out, all the air out, all the air out, all the air out. Lovely. And last one, and let that release. Okay. And then we're going to tuck the chin in and press the back of the neck into the roller. Down, lovely. There. So then take your fingers, and I want your fingers to find underneath the back of your neck, find where the vertebra between your shoulder blades is touching the roller, and then slide your fingers up either side of the spine until they find the base of your skull. And as you do that, it feels like you're pulling your chin in more, and then you release and you let go again. So you find your fingers on either side of your spine, where the spine touches the roller, and then you slide your fingers up the back of the neck until they find the base of the skull, and if that movement feels like it draws your chin in. Yeah, does that make sense? It feels like it's drawing the chin in. That's it. And then let your hands come on the ground again. So again, tuck the chin in, press down, and then let's lift the head an inch off the roller. And once you've got that there, just bring the chin in a little bit more. And then as you're slowly going to put the head down, can you see if you can press that one more vertebra in, just like you did when you were going up on the roller on the wall, yeah? So let it relax, and then we'll do it again. In your own time, we're doing a few of those. So you tuck the chin in, you lift the head. Once you've got the head off the roller, you tuck the chin in more, and then you go down slowly, trying to press just a centimetre more up the back of the spine into the roller. Doesn't matter. Don't need to worry about that for now. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so that's your last one. Okay. So your head's down on the roller. Okay, check your feet are hip width apart. That's it. And then I want you to press your low back into the roller, push through 2 feet and lift your pelvis up in the air. And then once you're there, I want you to tuck the chin in to reduce the space under the back of the neck and aim to try and keep that down a bit as you slowly roll the spine down one by one. Yeah. Is that making, yeah? You got it?
It tends to, I start coming down and then it just all comes down.
And in the low back.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look. So in your own time, you just once you're down, you can take as slow as you like, but if you want to do it again, but if you're still on your first one, that's fine.
And then when I get to that, it just...
That's not bad though. No, that's okay. That's it.
It's going up
because you will get a flat bit as you come into the pelvis anyway. No, that range looks okay. So if you do another one, what I'd say is as you do another one when you come down is when you need to breathe in, I'd pause and then carry on rolling down as you breathe out. So every time you feel the need to breathe in, pause and then keep rolling down as you breathe out. Lovely. So this will be your last one down. So once you're down on this one. Okay. So breathe in, breathe out, press your low back into the roller and keep it pressing into the roller as you slide one foot on the floor straight and you leave it out there straight for a minute. Keep the low back pressing down into the roller. And then as you breathe in, bring it back. So again, so breathe in. As you breathe out, press the low back down, slide that other leg out. Leave the leg out. When you're ready to breathe in, bring it back. Okay, so we're going to do that, but we're going to keep the spine in neutral. So that doesn't mean jamming the low back completely into the roller. It means leaving it as that wafer thin mint space. Okay, so you breathe in, you breathe out to push the leg out. You breathe in to bring the leg back in. Breathe out to take the other leg out. Breathe in to bring it back in. Lovely. And just one more. And then 2 feet are bent, 2 knees are bent. Okay. So your feet are wide enough to make sure you're balanced on the floor. Link your fingers behind the back of your head. Okay. So this isn't as such what you call a sit-up. I don't want you to worry about that. But I want you to tuck your chin in, lift your head, and I want you to curl off the roller as high as you can. Press the low back down, press it down, press it down, press it down. Lovely. Okay. So you're up and up and up and up, up. Yeah. Go down super slowly. And again, think about lengthening and see if you can get one more vertebrae into the roller as you go up into your neck. You let your hands support you. Let your hands support you. Keeping that chin tucked in and lengthening. Lovely. And once your head's down, you can take your hands out, up to the sky with your hands. Take your hands out wide to the side, palms upwards. Yeah. And then you can straighten your legs on the floor. So have you got enough space there? If you're not sure, bring that back in. If you're being a bit sensitive with that, just bring it back in. Yeah. So if your back feels okay too, you can straighten your leg. You don't want, if you feel any, it's not even pain, any kind of tightness or pinching in your low back that you think your back's just thinking it's being pulled a bit, just bring your knees back in bent. And then take your time to bring your knees back in bent. You can do anything you like with your arms as you rock yourself from left to right. Massage your back on the roller. And then just watching for somebody on either side of you, just roll yourself off your roller, landing yourself on the ground. Long, heavy legs. Sigh your breath out. Long, heavy legs. Sensing your tailbone. And radiate relaxation out from your tailbone. So radiating out from the tailbone, relax across the back of your pelvis, your buttocks. From your tailbone, radiate down the back of your legs. Radiating down your inner thighs. From your tailbone, radiating relaxation through your pelvic floor. And then from your tailbone, radiating relaxation up the spine, up pelvis, the low back, up between your shoulder blades, up into the back of your neck. Deep breath in, and as you sigh the breath out all the way down your spine, legs. Gently wriggling your fingers and your toes. You're finding a stretch or a squeeze. You may want to bring your knees into your chest and wrap your hands around your knees and give you a bit of a rock from side to side. Whatever feels good. Well done, thank you very much.
As flat as that guy who gets flat in Terminator 2. They want to get completely flat and then the body starts to like unravel.
Oh, I don't remember that. I was thinking of like what was the old cartoons? Was it Roadrunner? When he used to go,
Yeah.
Mr. Kelvin and him just did the flat one on the cartoon. Lovely.
Heather, you know that one we did, I think we were on our program on our hands and knees, and we were clasping our hands, it felt like everything was
Yes.
tight, really pulled in, I think we had the ball,
Yes.
like, how was that? Can you just show me that bit, that movie?
So we did one that was like here, and I squeezed the ball and squeezed. Yeah. And then
I described it, I basically said what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then after that I did the planks.
Yeah.
To follow through from that.
I felt that
But it's
really
yes.
really works on the core and
Yeah.
everything.
So there's variances you can do from that. You can just stay with that. You've then got the lean back, or you've then got the plank position, which is all a similar thing. Which then once you've activated all that, then leads back into them. Once you've got that, you can feel what that is. So they all connect through.
Yeah. I know that was on the hands.
The hands and this one is one like Cherry's saying she likes it. This is currently one of my top ones. You know, the one with the ball between.
Yeah.
This is one of my top 10 one at the moment. I think it's such a good one for stability of the spine, pelvis, core, and everything coming on. It's a really, really good one. Is that? Yes. You've got to put. Yeah, you've got to push into that centre line. Yeah. Yay! With the pulling with the elbows. Yes. Yes. Excellent.
So that's ball there, and then lifting that.
It's the sad puppy tail under. Wait, are you on about now the half? Which one? This one, you mean? Are you on about this one? This is the one where we were lifting. So the plank, once you put all that in, you're then bringing that in together where you're coming up, and it feels like you're aware of that ball between your inner thighs, which will switch on your pelvic floor, and you're pulling your elbows in towards each other. Yeah. I don't know. I can never guarantee whether it's worked, but I did switch it on. But I can't say for certain because it doesn't always work. But well done if you've done that. But it's just.
In terms of equipment, when I go away, I'll take my map.
There's lots of other hours. If you check out the Pilates Essentials, I usually do that one before X quite a lot. But I have done it in some Pilates Essentials as well.
Yeah.
So the Pilates Essentials are good ones to do for your back.
Yeah. Because those ones are good, but like, because we're in the van, they're good for just being able to do outside the van. It's
Yeah.
like anything where there's a lot of space, you can't necessarily do, and obviously using a roll wall's not.
Yeah,
not
so
really
let me,
good.
There are some, which ones would be good for you. I think I might have put a couple of the prepackaged factors in
Okay.
lower levels of the
Okay.
they'd be good for you.
Yeah.
You can do them most of that Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
So, that's all.
Yeah, because I'll still be finishing doing the ones for the ones from the car.
Yes.
I think most of them I can go, I can't necessarily do all of them. Almost first, but
Yeah.
I'll do the good time as well.
Excellent.
But that's made a difference because I can now reel down again.
Yeah.
I take it steady, but I can do that again. So
Yeah.
good.
When did you go?
Tuesday. We're going to we stopped. We're going off.